This is the new RS6 S-Line. Now, this is not a new model. This is actually an updated version of the RS6 that we already looked at about 2 years ago. But with the new styling, it looks a lot different and it also has more power. So I figured it's a good idea to take another look at it. Now, first things first, this is not a new model. This is an update to the previous generation RS6, which was released in 2019, and it's only available as a sedan in the US. The Avant or the wagon is unfortunately not sold here. It comes with a 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 that produces 600 horsepower and 660 newton-meters of torque, which is 20 horsepower and 20 newton-meters of torque more than the previous RS6. So it is a little bit more powerful. It does 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.6 seconds, which is pretty quick. Top speed is limited to 250 kilometers per hour, but of course you can raise that to 305 kilometers per hour if you want to. We have adaptive air suspension, we have 21-inch wheels, and we have carbon ceramic brakes, which are actually standard on the RS6. So even though this is called the S-Line, it doesn't mean that it's a cheaper version of the RS6. In fact, it has most of the options that you can get on a regular RS6. The main difference is that we have S-Line specific bumpers, a sportier diffuser, a spoiler lip, and also some additional S-Line badges. We have sport exhaust with black tailpipes, gloss black grille, and also these cool-looking 21-inch wheels, which are finished in a very nice gray color. Inside, we have sport seats with electric adjustment and heating, a flat-bottomed steering wheel, carbon fiber inlays, and aluminum pedals. There's also a head-up display, a digital gauge cluster, and a large touchscreen for the infotainment system. There are 3 different driving modes: comfort, dynamic, and individual. And you can adjust things like steering, suspension, and exhaust sound to your liking. There's also a special RS mode which is only available in the most dynamic driving mode. And this is where you can get the most out of the engine and the exhaust. In terms of fuel economy, we have 11.7 liters on the combined cycle, which is pretty good for a car like this. CO2 emissions are at 267 grams per kilometer, and the car has a pure gas engine. The price for the RS6 S-Line starts at around $125,000, which is actually quite a lot. But if you compare it to other cars in its class, it's not really that bad. So overall, the RS6 S-Line is a great-looking car with a lot of power and a decent amount of luxury. If you're in the market for a high-performance sedan, then this is definitely one to consider. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up